and welcome. This is Michael McIntyre, and welcome to Wheels Up Wednesday, presented by Loud Pedal TV, a weekly look inside USAC racing throughout the country. The first points-paying race for the USAC West Coast and Southwest Sprint Car Series takes us to the dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the 5th annual FVP Sin City Showdown. 36 drivers signed into the pit area on Friday evening, including Josh Hodges, the new white-hot talent for Albuquerque, New Mexico, fresh off winning 2 features at Canyon Speedway just 1 month ago. A pair of Mike Martin-owned machines were in the field, including Martin himself in the number 16 and Brian Clausen in the number 16B, a car which he took to victory 3 times at Canyon during the Winter Challenge back in January. Texan Aaron Reitzel sheds the wing in a rare non-wing start in the Oshweekend Speedway-sponsored car, wrenched by Jack and J.J. Yaley. But the fun didn't last long for the team. In the first heat race of the night, Reitzel's sprint car becomes a tricycle after losing the right rear wheel heading into turn number 1. In Heat 2, Sean Deskins goes every which way but on his head into the first turn wall, ending his night terribly on the hook. Heat 3 saw the USAC National Sprint Car Division's all-time winningest driver, Dave Darlin, go 4 in the fluff on his way to commanding victory in the Dwight Cheney number 42. Josh Hodges in yellow does the splits, going from 4th to 2nd in one fell swoop, while Chargin' Charles Davis Jr. lives up to his moniker, quickly disposing of Hodges for 2nd and Mike Martin for the lead. Hodges then clears Martin for 2nd and closes on Davis for the lead at the stripe, but it's not enough as Davis takes heat race 4. 2013 Sin City Showdown winner Austin Liggett leads at the start of the first of 2 semi-features, but slides off the Vegas Strip, slipping to last while dealing with Richard Vanderweerd, a good hand, and the top spot. Vanderweerd sees his winning hand disappear as his right rear tire and spot in the feature go away with just 3 laps remaining. On the last lap, Reitzel takes a swing at DJ Johnson for the 3rd and final transfer spot, but comes up just a bit short as Jace Vanderweerd takes the checkered flag. Jason Grady grabs the win in the 2nd semi. Brian Clausen and Casey Schumann lead the 22-car field to the green flag of the 30-lap feature in a race that would turn out to be an instant classic. By the end of the first lap alone, 3 drivers had nosed their car into the lead. In fact, Clausen went from 1st to 4th back to the lead, while Hodges moves from 4th to 1st back to 4th, indicating the type of racing that the half-mile oval was producing throughout the night. Clausen holds off all challenges for the first 4 circuits, but Garden Grove, California's Brody Roa, who won the 2015 USAC West Coast and Southwest Sprint Car Series finale in Tucson, Arizona, showed he could stand up to Clausen, powering past the 4-time USAC national champion and Indy 500 veteran for the lead on the 5th lap, as last year's Sin City Showdown winner Stevie Sussex gets past Schumann for 3rd. Lap 8, Roa aims low while Clausen heads to the top side, propelling off the cushion and into the top spot. With 12 laps to go, 2014 USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car Series champion Brady Bacon enters the fray, leaving Roa behind in 4th and Hodges in 5th with a 2nd running Steve Sussex in his sight. All bets were off as this 3-of-a-kind battle set the stage for a 10-lap sprint to the finish between Clausen, Sussex, and Bacon. Here's Chet Christner on the call.
Now goes to work on the number 2 spot. There's a little slip down there that last time coming out turn number 2, and Sussex was able to close. And here comes Brady Bacon working around the top side. He's got Sussex picked off, and he's got the pace picked up. Brian Clausen lies just ahead. Clausen working it. Top shelf down turn number 1 and 2. He's going to get a little company. Brady Bacon starting to close on him in the number 73 car. He's got plenty of time to get the job done. 10 laps remain with Clausen down on the inside. In turn number 3 and 4, Brady Bacon making some hay out of turn number 4, closing on the 16B car. Clausen up front. Brian Clausen right now a little bit of a sitting duck, getting some signals from down in the pit area. The 16B car's got to keep her gassed up as he slides out to the wall. Coming out turn number 2. Has to take her to the top side of the racetrack in turn number 3 and 4 to clear the lap traffic that lies ahead for Clausen. And Brady Bacon's much quicker up there, able to close within about 2 or 3 car lengths as Clausen passes his teammate, the Magic Man, Mike Martin, down on the inside. He's got to hold off Brady Bacon for a few more laps here. It'll be 7 to go this next time by as Bacon was able to close within about 3 car lengths, gave up some distance, now runs it deep into turn number 3 and right up to about a 4, make it 2, make that maybe a 1 car length disadvantage down the front straightaway. Here comes Bacon on the attack. Brian Clausen bopping around a little bit, little slip of grip right there. Bacon not able to capitalize. Rolling roadblock lies ahead for Brian Clausen. Here comes Bacon up to the tail feathers. Stevie Sussex now throws his hat in the mix. Down to the inside, snakes at both spots away, picked their pocket, turn number 3 and 4. Sussex, last year's feature event winner, goes to the point in the 21 AZ car. Clausen hops the cushion, tries to hang on to the number 3 spot as Stevie walking the dog down the back straightaway, bringing it around for 5 to go this time by. There's Brady Bacon right now scratching his pumpkin saying, what just happened right there? Had the number 2 spot just that quick, gives it up. Stevie Sussex starts to really find his stride on the top side of the racetrack. Picked up the win last year, looking to go back-to-back. Brady Bacon trying to close, coming out turn number 2, goes to the inside on Sussex. He's going to try to take him side by side. Unfortunately, couldn't make it happen right there. 4 to go this time by for the 21 AZ car. Ryan Clausen still there in the mix as well, following along Brady Bacon as they're working through heavy lap traffic right now. Stevie Sussex has got to be smooth like butter out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Keep that baby up to speed because Bacon's right there, Clausen's right there. Those top 3 separated from the field back behind. Brody Roa still technically scored the number 4 spot, although Josh Hodges is trying to take that away from him. He's in lap traffic, a little bit of contact. Here comes the move down to the inside. Sussex going to give up the race lead. Look out down the back straightaway. Right back up to the point for the 21 AZ car right now as they roll it into the quarter. Up to the back bumper. That lap traffic lies ahead, wandering around, and to the point now goes the 73 car. Brady Bacon was able to sneak around him down there. Sussex back on the attack. Bacon able to escape. Almost had the slider laid on him. As down the back straightaway they go. White flag this next time coming out of the corner. Sussex going to make another effort at it. Down in turn number 3 and 4. Goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Little sideways right there. Scrubbed off some speed. Brady Bacon. Stevie Sussex nose to tail. Sussex back up to the point. Bacon back on the attack. Slides are up across. Little lap traffic coming to the inside down there. Along with the 16B car. Clausen moves out to the number 2 spot. As Stevie Sussex up front may be able to hang on to it. Clausen looking around the outside. Got a good run on him. Brian Clausen got it coming out turn number 4. Woo!
5 lead changes were within the 30-lap feature event, with 3 different leaders in the final 4 laps alone. But the last lap is the one that pays the most, and Brian Clausen, as he did in 2013, is leaving Las Vegas as the king. Stevie Sussex, who led 4 laps, took the 2nd spot ahead of Brady Bacon, Brody Roa, Josh Hodges in 5th, Dave Darland was 6th, 3-time USAC Southwest Sprint Car Series champ R.J. Johnson came home 7th, with Trey Marcham, DJ Johnson, and Charles Davis Jr. rounding out the top 10. Paris Auto Speedway in Southern California was the venue for Saturday night's Sequoia Classic, the 2016 season opener for the USAC CRA AMSOIL Sprint Cars. The star-studded event had several big names on hand, including Lincoln, Indiana's Dave Darland, who was looking for a new sponsor coming into the season. Defending USAC West Coast 360 Sprint Car champion Danny Faria Jr. out of Tipton, California, installs the 410 between the frame rails of the 17V for tonight's event. Friday night's Vegas 360 winner Brian Clausen is ready for action in the same Fisher engine that he won with the Oval Nationals back last November. The USAC CRA family was hit hard with the recent passing of a number of ambassadors of the sport. 5-time series champion Mike Spencer and a crew were racing with heavy hearts during the evening after the recent passing of team owner Ron Chaffin, whose red number 50 dominated the West Coast, winning 14 SCRA and USAC CRA Sprint Car Championships in an 18-year span between 1995 and 2012. Alexander Racing sponsor Ken Gickey from Scott Sales, Arizona Open Wheel Racing Museum founder Steve Stroud, Moose Racing sponsor John Carroll, and Silver Crown Series entrant champion and CRA car owner Junior Kurtz are among those who were remembered on this evening. 3-time defending series champion Damion Gardner, who won the USAC CRA title for Chaffin back in 2005, reflects on the lives of those who played an important role in his career.
Yeah, it's kind of been somber around here, a little somber maybe around the sport. It seems like, I was hoping to put a lot of that stuff behind us for last year, but it looks like we're not going to get away from it. So, all we can do is just try to remember these guys that passed on, and just remember how big of a deal they were to the sport and everything they did for us. And not just us, but the whole sport. They've been around the sport a lot of years, and not just me, not just my team, but they've helped a lot of people throughout the years. And we just can't thank guys like them enough. And I'm talking about Ken and Ron both. Stroud down in Arizona. All the things these guys have done for West Coast racing has been huge. Hard to replace guys like them. I was very fortunate to have driven for both these guys. Very unique men, very enjoyed their sprint car racing like no other, and fortunately for me, we were able to have a lot of good times together. So I'll definitely miss them, and we'll just just have to try to get through it.
Though their hearts are full, Mike Spencer Sr. and the Chapman crew decide the best way to cope with it is to go racing.
We're here to race. Ron would have wanted it that way, I think. It's sad it happened awful quick, and you know, but we're here gonna hopefully try to win one for him.
A memorial lap for Chaffin, Carroll, Stroud, Kurtz, and Gickey were performed by Spencer during pre-race festivities as the crews watch in remembrance. Though everyone is mindful the show must go on, and once again Brian Clausen shows he is the man to beat, recording quick time in qualifying.
16.754, 16.754. Right now, that's third quick time for Brian Clausen. Chevy's dad. Fast time, 16.529. Fast time, Brian Clausen, 16.529.
On the flip side, Andrew Sweeney's night gets off to a rough start in qualifying.
Upside down, Andrew Sweeney. And we go red. Andy Freya, 11th quick.
Tommy Malcolm, Richard Vanderweerd, and R.J. Johnson took the heat race wins, but the most spectacular incident of the night involved Austin Williams in that second heat race. Williams walked away uninjured, and incredibly, the crew would have his Jack Jory number 2 ready to go in the semi, where he transferred to the feature event, finishing second behind the Moose Racing number 92 of Jake Swanson. At the start of the 30-lap feature, Richard Vanderweerd jumps out to the lead, but second starting Matt Rossi would see his feature come to a quick conclusion with a broken throttle rod, ending his promising night and setting up a complete restart. Vanderweerd would get a hot start once again with Josh Hodges in tow this time. Vanderweerd holds down a half a straightaway advantage, but Brian Clausen would soon make his presence known in the front.
Great battle raging on for second. Clausen still trying to make the inside work. He may have done it right there. Hodges trying to claw his way back on the outside. Not going to happen. Brian Clausen, defending Oval Nationals champion, is up to second.
On lap 13, Clausen finds his way indeed to the lead.
Clausen again trying to pull the inside. Gets a good drive on the low line. And the Visalia driver maintains the lead. They pull away from third place Josh Hodges. Now Clausen to the inside one more time. Going to slide up the racetrack. And we're going to try to cut back underneath. Not going to happen. The new leader is Brian Clausen.
Austin Williams' remarkable comeback throughout the night continues as he masterfully passes cars left and right on his way to the 4th spot.
Earlier. Now he's trying to go around Jake Swanson. Keep an eye on the 2 Austin Williams. That car's flying. He gets Swanson, sets his sights on Brody Roa. The big game hunter bikes it in turn number 1. That dude's got a set on him that weighs big time.
While battling with Roa for third with 10 laps to go, Williams' lack of brakes results in his crowd-pleasing run to come to an abrupt end. In the final laps, Clausen entered his own time zone, extending his lead to an unsurmountable margin. With the win, Clausen sets a new USAC record by winning his 6th race in the first 10 USAC sanctioned races of the season, breaking his own mark of winning 5 in the first 10 back in 2013, the last year prior to this in which he won both the Sin City Showdown and the Sokola Shootout.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to drive for somebody like Mike and have partners like him. It's makes my job really easy. He gives me a first-class piece every time we roll out. Him, Derek, Greg, everybody that works on this Cancer Treatment Center of America, Jonathan Bird's Mike Martin racing car. It's a pleasure to drive. It's been a lot of fun, this last few months running this thing, and looking forward to hopefully winning some more in it.
Clausen now leads the points in USAC CRA, West Coast, and Southwest Sprint Car divisions, while also holding down second in the AMSOIL National Sprint standings. 2015 Sokola Shootout winner Richard Vanderweerd came home second, with Roa, Hodges, and Spencer rounding out the top 5. Swanson, Faria, Cody Williams, Johnson, and Max Adams completing the top 10. Damion Gardner's car suffered from a mechanical trouble all evening, pulling off the track at the start of the feature, finishing 23rd, while Dave Darlin was never able to make an official lap during the night in the Dwight Chesney number 42. Next weekend, the USAC West Coast Sprint Cars head to the lightning-fast bullring of Tulare Thunder Bowl in Tulare, California for a 2-day show on Friday and Saturday. Just 1 year ago, Landon Hurst got the jump to the early lead at the start in what would become a physical wheels-up affair for 30 laps. Frontrunners Richard Vanderweerd and Tulare favorite Ryan Bernal would find themselves caught up in the commotion. Danny Faria Jr. and Bud Kading dart to the inside to maneuver past Hurst, who falls to third on lap 6. But on lap 14, Kading puts his foot down, taking command of the lead and cruising to what would be his only USAC victory of the year. Night 2 at Tulare saw a front row of Austin Liggett and Trey Marcham as they led the charge to turn number 1. On lap 5, it's a three-way war between Marcham, series champ Danny Faria Jr., and Richard Vanderweerd. One night after a disappointing early exit, Hollister, California's Ryan Bernal begins the charge. That's it for this week. Stay tuned for next week's edition of Wheels Up Wednesday, where we recap all the action in Tulare and preview the Shamrock 50 USAC National Midget Championship race from the Southern Illinois Center in Du Quoin, Illinois, as well as the USAC West Coast Sprint Cars and their visit to California's Bakersfield Speedway. I'm Michael McIntyre, and Racer Max says we'll see you at the races.